Does this make it awkward for you?
I fell in the water.
Good morning, folks at home. Welcome back to Your Lake Fork Guide. We are out here on the Stein, Palestine. I got this guy some of y'all may or may not know. His name's Cody Cannon. How you doing, sir?
Good.
Good.
A little chilly.
A little chilly. You know, I got to tell you, let me turn towards the camera for a second. Let's get a good look at that hat right there. You win the hat game. Every time I'm around this guy, he has the best hats of anybody I've ever seen, besides 6-inch fishing hats, which you can get. I'm not going to do the plug that early. I'm just kidding. Hey, we're on Lake Palestine. It is fall of the year. We have had our first, sure enough, hard cold front. But today's the first day removed, kind of will be removed from post-front conditions. Right now, it was 40-something this morning, upper 40s. Bluebird skies, definitely in post-frontal conditions right now. But the wind's supposed to turn around out of the south-southwest today. We're supposed to get back up in the 80s. Hopefully we're gonna have some bait chasing. Have you caught one yet?
No, I just hit something.
He hadn't caught one yet. He just hit something, folks. Don't worry. Nobody panic. Everybody calm down. Fall bass fishing. Bass chasing shad. We're gonna start here kind of in the mouth of a creek. We're gonna work our way to the back. Hopefully we can get a bite or two. That'll give us a clue as to what part of the creek we should be fishing in. Then we're gonna try to duplicate that all over Palestine. This is your area, but you haven't fished here a lot, right? You live just south of here.
Yeah, I haven't fished here much.
He was supposed to do the homework, folks. He didn't do the homework.
We're just trying not to wreck out.
If it goes wrong today, y'all blame him. I'm just saying. I have no clue what we're doing. Let's see how it works out. There we go. Picked up. Little swim jig fish right there. God bless, it's been a chore to catch one. I hear this little neck down. It's a little Lake Palestine bass. He hit that swim jig pretty good though, didn't he, Cannon?
Well earned.
Well earned. Folks at home, if you can't tell, the sun's a lot higher than it was when we left the boat ramp. I know that's not a very big bass right there, but I got to show y'all that because I'm real proud of him. I've worked about as hard for this fish as I've worked for any fish I can remember recently. Goodness gracious. I'll tell you what, part of the issue when you come to Lake Palestine, and I don't have, admittedly, I don't have hardly any experience on this lake at all, but part of the challenge is navigation. This lake's very dangerous to navigate if you don't know what you're doing. Heck, there's stumps right out in the middle of the main lake in places. We have definitely eaten up a lot of our time this morning trying to get back where we've gotten. We're in the very back of Flat Creek now, and we found some fish. It's been real frustrating because we fished a smaller creek first and found bait fish everywhere, but we couldn't get a bite on anything. Came to the back of Flat Creek, and I mean the back. Found fish actually chasing bait, surfacing, chasing bait, shad flying out of the water. I'm like, all right, here we go. We're both kind of getting excited. And then nothing. We can't catch them. That was actually this area that we just left behind us. So we're just now starting to move around a little bit and got one bite. I'm hoping that we can find something these fish will commit to and bite. That bite came on a 6-cent swim jig with a 6-cent Divine swim bait and a shad pattern. And maybe if we can just kind of cover some ground and throw a swim jig and a swim bait, we can scrap together enough bites to put a video together for you guys. Because as of right now, we're about three and a half hours in and we got one bite. Of course, we spent about an hour and a half of that moving around, to be fair. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Idling to the back of Flat Creek. It's a long way back there, folks at home. Another one. Let's leave these poles down this time, Cannon. It's another little one. Here we go. Stop, tree pounder. An even smaller one, but it's the second bite, and if you guys can't tell, we ain't moved 10 feet. Just picked power poles up and started moving, got another bite. There's something in there. I'm looking you up if you had set the hook right now. Oh, you got one. I saw him eat it. I watched him eat it. Dude, I saw that fish. That's a good fish too. I saw that sucker flash on it, Cody.
In the same spot, and when it hit it, I said, oh, it must be.
Yeah, and I'm hung on a stump like a foot from it. There we go, I'm off. Good job, Pods. Show that off. This is the best one yet. We're working so hard for these fish. But hey, now we got you throwing a swim jig. We might have a little bit of a pattern going, hopefully. Good job.
On the back side.
Yeah, on the back side of the current. So that's what we're doing. Go ahead, toss them back. As you guys can see, there's a point over here and a point over here. And all these bites are coming on the back side of where the current's funneling through these little pinch down areas. It's like the little eddy that's creating seems to be where they're sitting. So a fish right in here now. Head. No, decent one though, huh? That's funny. I just said there should be a fish right here. There you go, Pods. Another solid one.
Big fish cannon.
Big fish cannon. Strikes again. Boy, it's pretty cool starting to figure a pattern out where you can almost call you that. We struggled all morning. Yeah. Now you're big fish cannon. It is pretty awesome though to get it to a point after the grind that we've both been looking at each other like, what the hell, man?
Same thing.
All morning, and now we've actually got a pattern. As you guys can see, you see the wind coming around that point right there, and right here where it creates that little slack, as that wind current creates that little slack. I just literally said there ought to be one right here.
I just got hit again.
You did you? I may have to switch over to a fluorocarbon rod. You know, I had this swim jig tied on braid from fishing a lot of heavy grass the other day, and I got those first couple bites on the braid, but you've got a couple better bites on that fluorocarbon. I may have to switch over to that. There's no reason to throw braid in here. There's not a lot of heavy grass in here or anything, just that flooded stuff. But yeah, man, we can almost call our shots right now, man. That's really cool when you get a pattern figured out where you can start kind of knowing when it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Little rat. A little bitty stinker. But you know what? I ain't never met one I didn't want to catch, Cannon. If they'll bite, I'll show enough pull on them, you know what I'm saying? Look how his line looks like somebody took a Sharpie down his body. Look at that. That's weird looking. Dude, we so got that on camera. You scared him into jumping out of the water. That's that hook set like thunder right there.
I'm shaking him off.
You're shaking him off because you're big fish cannon.
Yeah.
You don't catch no dinks.
Yeah, I got that shit in the boat.
It's not a 5-pounder, Cannon.
Tried to shake him off.
That's the best of the day right there.
Dink life.
Yeah. We're gonna have to change our logo, bro. We're gonna have to change our logo. We're on that Lake Palestine. Think life, son. I had a guy catch about a 15-pound freshwater drum on a little. Oh man, did he eat it? Not sure he doesn't still have it. He does. That sucker ate it and just kept swimming at me, and I didn't know he had it. And now I'm hung in my chest strap, my bra, my man bra. Got my rod butt hung in it. Look, it's an actual bass, not like one that looks like a bass but smaller. It's like an actual bass. It's a bass, folks. As you can see, it is very much bluebird skies and relatively calm winds. They are out of the south, but they're not blowing very hard. If I'm being honest with you, we're riding that old thing known as the struggle bus today, huh, Cannon?
Yep.
We are on the struggle bus, boys. He ate it almost as soon as it hit the water. There we go. I got a hook set in him now. I was worried I didn't have a very good hook set in him. There we go. On up here. That's a fat one there, bud. Old fatty. The swim jig has been the hero today. Little short fat chunk, that's a good fish. Hey man, on a tough day grinding it out, we're still managing to scrape together a few bites, enough to, well, keep us entertained, I guess. I guess you could say that.
Not embarrass ourselves too bad.
I'm really good at embarrassing myself. In fact, it might be one of my strongest features is my ability to embarrass myself, Cody Candy. You know what I'm saying? Kind of an expert. Kind of a big deal in that embarrassing yourself world. Give you guys a quick look at my rig today. I've mentioned it a few times, but we're both throwing a 6-cent swim jig. We're both throwing a 6-cent swim jig with a Divine swim bait trailer. Now, this is the 4.4 size. Really, I need the 3.8 size for a trailer, but instead I'm just taking the 4.4, cutting about a ½ inch off the head. This is Pro Shad is the color on the swim bait, Divine swim bait that I'm using for a trailer, and this is Table Rock Shad is the color swim jig that I'm throwing. And believe you me, we threw everything that looks like a shad in the book at them before we settled in on this deal right here. We threw topwater baits, we threw chatter baits, we threw swim baits, we threw crank baits, we threw spinner baits. I mean, we went through the gamut of baits till I finally got a couple bites on that swim jig, and it was really when I first picked it up. Really, I really hadn't thrown it much until then, and it ran with that, and it's caught every fish except for a couple of those small bites that you've seen Cody get on that little. He's throwing a little soft plastic jerk bait around, twitching it around the grass and stuff. But the swim jig's been the breadwinner for us today. I cannot express to you guys how good a swim jig can be in the fall of the year. Even though we're just at the end of September, we're fully into the fall bite. I mean, the water temp is down in the very, very low end of the 70s. I've even seen some water the last couple days in the 69 range. So definitely in fall patterns, definitely dealing with the post-frontal conditions. We're 2 days removed from the front now. We're starting to get a south wind, and the later in the day it gets, the south winds blowing a little bit better now as we get later in the day. But we still are dealing with those bluebird post-frontal skies that are kind of the kiss of the death in fall sometimes. So we're grinding it out on a lake that we know nothing about. Neither one of us has been fishing it. Cody's got him another one. Maybe we're starting to dial something in. Things are looking up. Y'all stay tuned, folks. There he is. That's a green one, Cody. Green one and a mean one.
I don't know how mean.
He's right there, though. There, he's here. He's accounted for. Well, there you have it, folks. That's going to do it for our day on the Stein, as they call it. Palestine. How do you say it?
Palestine.
That's how I say it. It's only goofy little midgets like Ronnie Kelly that call it Palestine.
Palestine's on the other side of the pond.
It's on the other side of the big pond. And they don't have bass fishing over there, so I'm out. Don't want nothing to do with it. Anyways, it was a bit of a grind today, folks. We did deal with, post-frontal conditions, right? You've heard me say it a million times today. Certainly we're dealing with that. Very cool morning. They do seem to be getting a little more active as the day goes on. It's about 2 o'clock right now, and we've got to get out of here because it's an hour idle out of here. And I got to go to soccer practice here in a couple more hours. So we've got to start making our way back towards the ramp. But Mr. Cannon,
I didn't know you played soccer.
I definitely don't play soccer. Like, if I do, it's for sure goalie. But I don't play soccer, but I coach my little kids in soccer. So I do have to be at practice once in a while. Hey, man, left-handed handshake. Always a pleasure getting out on the boat with Cody Cannon. Hey, I'm sure, I don't even think I mentioned who you actually are. Like, the Whiskey Myers.
Say Big Bass Cannon.
Big Bass Cannon. That's who you really are.
That's who I am.
That's who you've always wanted to be your entire life. In reality, he's a lead singer for a band called Whiskey Myers. And if you've been under a rock for some reason, for sure, check them out. Because it actually is my favorite band. It's been a really cool deal to get to know Cody. He's a great guy. Out of all the notable people that people in the public know, he's my favorite one that I've ever met. Because he's just a guy. He likes to go fishing. Just an old redneck from East Texas. Laid back. You were supposed to close your ears. I don't want your head swelling up or anything on us. Anyways, what else can we tell them about today? I think I already told them everything.
It was It was a challenge.
It was a challenge, and thank God for the 6 cent swim jig.
Yep.
I think that pretty much sums it up. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, go over and check out 6centsfishing.com. Linked in the description below. Be sure you punch in the code your Lake Fork Guide. Get that 10% discount on all orders. Go jam some Whiskey Myers on your way home from work today, and we'll see y'all next time right here. Where we gonna see him, Cody?
On your Lake Fork Guide.
One more time with gusto.
Wait, is that right? Yeah, your Lake Fork Guide.
That's right,
Okay.
but like
I didn't move up. It's Lake Fork Guide or something like that.
yeah, like the Lake Fork Guide. Well, that's Mike McFarland. You can't say that.
Yeah, that's funny. So it's your
My Lake Fork Guide. That's Stephen Father. You can't say that.
really?
Yeah.
Do we have an hour?
Do we have an hour?
Hour for Lake Fork Guide?
Yeah, our Lake Fork. Anybody that wants to start a business on Lake Fork, there you go. That's it.